Where is this deck at? Oh, here it is. Just gonna clear out some energies. Just gonna clear out some energies. Shuffle some of these decks. Now, I know this message is for a few, not by popular demand, but I'm here to give you what you need, not what you want. Your mother could be Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. And we got the Empress energy. Look at forgive your mother, heal the root. And y'all see me shuffling. Forgive your mother. Look, this is how you receive new opportunities, a new door. Okay? Forgive your mother, heal the root. Okay? That's the message that I was guided to give today. It's like your awakening is her awakening. Okay? Confirmation. Confirmation. I feel like this has been heavily on your mind. And this message was inspired by a surprise phone call that I received from my mother, and it's like no matter how much, you could be upset or traumatized, by your mother's behavior, past, present, in the past or in the present, it's like you love your mother. When you hear your mother's voice, it's like, when she's in her right mind most of the time, because some of our mothers, and I'm going to speak a lot from my own experience too. Some of our mothers, okay, those who this message has been guided to, some of our mothers have, suffered from addictions. Some of our mothers have, slandered us on social medias. Some of our mothers have been in and out of jail. Some of our mothers, lack accountability. Some of our mothers, okay, were very verbally abusive. Some of our mothers put us in vulnerable situations, choosing men above their children. And, our awakening, okay, in the channel messages that I was receiving, our awakening, your awakening, you waking up, wakes her up, okay? And I was guided to say your mother did the best that she knew how to do, okay? And in the conscious community, we know that everybody wakes up at certain times. When your mother was raising you, she was asleep, okay? Just as asleep as you were before your awakening, okay? And I know that it's hard sometimes, to express these feelings. That's why a lot of people have been going to family counseling. That's why a lot of people have been going to family counseling, because you need that third party. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it's hard to talk to, our mothers, because it's always this back and forth, or, everybody is talking, but nobody is listening, okay? as a child, I was definitely raised most of my life, by other people as far as, my mother, she didn't teach me the game about men. You know what I'm saying? She taught me what she was doing, which was unhealthy, which was toxic. She didn't teach me how to use a tampon, none of that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the things that I learned about being a woman, I had to learn on my own. Early on, I was very promiscuous because of the things that I seen and, the things that I experienced at a young age. Um, and, I used to tell myself, like, I'm not going to, treat my children how my mother treated me and things of that nature. But sometimes, those learned behaviors, they kind of subconsciously like absorb into you. And like before I was about to give this message, everything was cool, you know what I'm saying? And then just before I was about to go live, I started feeling spurts of anger, you know what I'm saying? And my mom, she was always yelling and screaming and cussing, you know what I'm saying? And she would whoop our ass, but not like how some of our family members would get their ass whooped, you know what I'm saying? And hey, Devonna. And when I talked about, and it's funny that you put the yellow hearts because that's the solar plex chakra. You know what I'm saying? Not having this conversation. Hi, Gigi. Not having this conversation with yourself or with someone else about the healing of your root in regards to your mother. That has a big blockage on your manifestations. And during meditation today, I told God that, I forgive my mother in the spirit. Sometimes some of your mothers, they just don't get it. They've been too deeply rooted in addiction and they just don't know how to break the chain, because that was your job. You know what I'm saying? They're still in bondage. So you have to have those healthy boundaries. But you can forgive your mother in the spirit. And I had a dream about this, because me, it took a lot for me to get to, be who I am today. And there's been times when I haven't been a great friend or a great support system or even a great girlfriend at some points in my life. But I had a dream that I was forgiven in the spirit. Even though somebody has boundaries, even though someone's not talking to you in the physical, it doesn't mean that they haven't forgiven you in the spirit. And I feel like that's what we as a collective is being called to do, to forgive in the spirit. Okay? I am no longer a victim of my circumstances. I am no longer hurt. I am no longer traumatized. I am no longer disappointed. I am no longer confused. And I know we get lost in that, and I'm going to speak on a lot of things that we hear in the tarot community, about, these people attacking you and then inheritance. You are your retirement plan. Okay? Anything that was taken from you, you have the ability to recreate that abundance times 10. So nothing was truly stolen. Okay? Your mother could have, for some of you, your mother could have had you very young, at a very young age. Okay? I don't know, I got a notification of a name, but I don't want to, put any names out there or anything like that. Okay? Your mother could have had you at a very young age. Okay? That's my own testimony as well. Okay? My mama was pregnant with me at the age of 14. How can I blame someone who was 14? You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even know how to be a mother if I gave birth to my children at 14. We babies having babies, right? I wouldn't even know where to begin. At first, my mom did have a support system when she was that young, but then, that started trickling off because she started trickling off. She started doing what she wanted to do. Okay? So, it's like you try your best not to become, it's like, I would never be, like my mother, but man, your relationships with men, your mother breadcrumbed you, so that's why you're okay with being breadcrumbed. Okay, your mother never knew her self-worth. Your mother never showed you, self-worth when it comes to men, so you just never really had that example. So then you could begin to look from the eyes of your mother, the same way that you weren't taught and you had to learn on your own is the same way that your mother had to learn on her own. It just feels so much better to be free mentally, to let go. And that's what's going to help your manifestations come in quickly, okay? It's been blocking you. The root chakra stems from the mother, okay? The root chakra is the lamb, okay? And you learn that from, Hinduism and things of that nature. And those types of practices, they speak more. I have a book, but I figured that out on my own, through my claircognizance. But I was on a walk today, and I heard the message, forgive your mother, heal the root. And I was grounded in that nature. I truly was. Because I've always said that God was my mother and father. God has never left me. God has never abandoned me. And that always has given me a sense of security in my life. Okay? You turned out better than your mother. Okay? Just like your children are going to be even better than you. Even though you're a great mother. That's what we are supposed to do. Confirmation, that's evolution. Your mother did her best, and I feel like I want to cry right now. Okay? And there's nothing wrong with crying. In everybody's situation. But just because your mother is stubborn doesn't mean you need to hold on to her pain. Her pain is not your chain. You broke your chain. You're free. Her pain is no longer your chain. Me too, Divana. The energy is definitely very heavy. That energy of forgiveness, that's the weight, that's the burdens. God wants to make you light. I'm seeing the image of a ball and chain. That's what I'm seeing. It's time. It's time to receive healing. Like I said, this might not be the most popular message, but it's needed. That's what's really been blocking your manifestations. It's never been about a man. It's never been about a man. It's always been about feeling abandoned. Feeling invisible. Not feeling safe at a young age. And that inner child is crying out. I'm hearing, I can hear your heart crying out for me. I can hear your heart crying out for me. Come on in and save me, save me. I can hear your heart crying out for me. It's so hard. Oh, I can hear it, and it's crying for me, for me, for me, for me. This energy is so heavy, y'all. You just don't know why. You don't know why. I'm trying not to cry, y'all. I'm surprised I even sung through that song. It's like it's in my throat. It's something that needs to be said. Something that you haven't said to your mother. You weren't able to say to your mother. You know what I'm saying? I wish you were there more to protect me, to teach me. But she couldn't teach you something she didn't know. And we have to understand that God created you to be able to be strong enough to teach yourself, to protect yourself. You are able. You are strong. You win in the end. Check out that message that and it takes patience. It's gonna take patience. Some of y'all ran away. You know what I'm saying? Y'all came up from very home. You could have came up very poor. I'm seeing like 8 Mile, like Eminem in the trailer, something like that. Too many children, not enough space. The number 8 is also significant as well. Your mother could have had a lot of children. You know, back to back to back. You know, your mother could have been more of a friend than a mother. I didn't need a friend, I needed a mother. Okay? Okay? Told you a lot of things, but didn't keep their word. Okay? Always broke their promises. See? It's something that, it's a lot of things that need to be said here with the Page of Swords in reverse. Something that a lot of people are not seeing here in regards to the Tower reverse, that root, that stability, that base. Okay? Told you, look, but you won in the end. You won. This is what you don't see. Okay? And you are loved. You found love. I'm hearing that song by Rihanna, Found Love in a Hopeless Place. And you grew up to be a very beautiful, successful, hardworking, achieving man or woman, okay? Because I could be speaking to a man or a woman, okay, during this message, okay? You could have experienced a lot of, or this could have been your mother too, you know what I'm saying? Could have somebody experienced a lot of tragedy in their life, okay? In their family could have been like a lot of violence, gang violence, people, you know, tragically just dropping like flies, okay? Because somebody just couldn't walk away, couldn't stay away. And now that you've forgiven this mother wound, it's like the weight has been lifted off of your shoulders. You're able to focus, okay? You're able to manifest in the ways that you need to. You're able to, I'm just hearing like, not to say you're in poverty, but like if you're going through financial issues, okay, it's like you're not blaming how you grew up, or it's like you're taking accountability. It's not about anything. It's like that time is already passed. So that's why, you know, therapy, counseling, seeking spiritual guidance in regards to these blockages in your root chakra, in regards to either your mother or father, but this is specifically for the mother wound, will help you, okay? Because that post-traumatic stress can have an effect on your moods, okay? All right, and how you feel has an effect on the way that your everyday life, you could be feeling paranoia because of post-traumatic stress, because of your childhood trauma, always thinking that somebody is out to get you or out to get your children. You're angry for no reason, and you don't know why. And that's the big thing. You ask yourself why a lot. And I'm gonna tell you right now, your mother did love you. Because I know you said to be the love your mother never was. Confirmation, your mother did love you. This is a message for someone. Just the way that she expressed her love wasn't the way that you were old enough or mature enough to receive it in regards to understanding. The way that she expressed love was the way that she learned to express love, to receive love. So that's how she received love was how she gave love. Okay? Your mother loves you. And that's what I'm talking about. Okay? And that's exactly why I made this message. Okay? Yeah. See? Like some people didn't get the opportunity. Some people don't get the opportunity because some people, their mother is no longer here. Okay, but they're here in spirit, for sure. Because the energy wouldn't be this strong if they weren't. Yeah, and it's unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? You made it. You still survived through all those unfortunate cycles. It felt like it was never ending. Okay? And that's it. That's I picked up on this energy. Whew, I feel like the energy kind of passed a little bit, y'all. Okay, you could be thinking about a project. Look at the king and the queen. Somebody's thinking about you. There's a lot of love here. Okay? It's a lot of love here. But somebody had a lot of built up aggression or anger. Okay? There could have been a lot of yelling, built up aggression in the household here. Like I was saying earlier. And that's the reason why you don't want to talk to your mother, because it always blows up into an argument. Okay? I'm speaking to somebody right now, okay? Yeah, with the temperance energy. A temper. See? Temp. The temperature. Okay? This has something to do with your blood pressure. Okay? Somebody could have a temperature or something like that here. Okay? Because somebody was drinking. Okay? Somebody could have worked as a bartender in this mother. This could have led to you drinking. Okay? Or your temper. Okay? You know, that's how I started off in my own personal experience. You know, as a child, you know, I had a lot of love and support around me because my mom was so young when she had me. But then it moved on to addiction. You know what I'm saying? And that's confusing too. It's like, whoa, you were just, you know, you were someone that I looked up to, and then all of it just changed in a blink of an eye. You had so much beauty and so much potential, and you just threw it all away for a man. Okay? Some of you could have a son, and he could have won, or she could have won first place in a competition. Okay, congratulations. I'm just hearing, you know, someone is proud of you, you know. Your mother is proud of you that you're winning. You know what I'm saying? Of your accomplishments. I'm happy. I'm proud of you, you know what I'm saying? That you put yourself first. Look, I'm trying to tell you, look at the Empress is right here. Even though if she was absent, okay, your mother could have been absent out of your life. You could have felt abandoned. You could have been adopted. Okay, you wasn't raised by your mother. Okay. I'm here to say rejection is God protection, even through your mother. Okay? I'm hearing you could have went through way worse. I'm hearing her leaving was putting you first. Just like that man. Okay? And we don't look at it that way, but we have to expand our minds and look at all angles. Maybe they left me to protect me. Have y'all seen that movie, Holiday Heart? You would have stayed with your mother, she would have been tricking you out the drugs. And some of y'all experienced that. You're angry because you feel like you weren't loved. It's almost like you say you love me, but you didn't show me you love me. That was her showing you that she loved you. If I'm only going to cause more problems and trauma in your life, that's what it sounds like. Like, that's how I'm picking it up. So you want me to stay and cause you more trauma, more pain. And more blame. Right. There could have been a lot of fighting and arguing. See? A lot of fighting and arguing in the household. This message is going to reach the ones who are supposed to reach. Yeah. Okay? You needed that distance, that separation. Some of you don't even speak here, but it's a good thing because you separated yourself from that toxicity. That's boundaries, healthy boundaries. Now you're happy, sober. And in love for some of you. Some of you are guarded. Yes, I knew I was picking up on this strength card here. Like, I hear like your mother's thoughts, like they're proud that you're strong, that you're a strong woman, okay? I'm hearing I wasn't always like that, you know? I wasn't always like that, you know what I'm saying? Some of your mothers are going through a lot of healing themselves. You're going through awakening. Like I said, you waking up is waking her up, okay? It's almost like you were born to be her example, as strange as it may seem. That's why God created you, angel. You save souls. What's wrong with you saving your mother's soul? You save everybody else's soul. You're an example to other people. Somebody could be taking a trip. Eight of Wands. You could be saving up to take a flight. You could be using your last, okay, to invest into something here. Y'all, it took me so... When I tell y'all, somebody just wasn't confident enough to be the mother that you needed at the time or you deserved. That's how somebody feels. That's the truth. I'm trying to say I haven't seen the Ace of Swords, but I put it back in the deck. Okay? Okay? Your mother is a wounded warrior. Okay? Some of y'all are pregnant. Somebody definitely has a crush on you online here with this Nine of Cups. That's a confirmation. Okay? Well, I said legal. Okay? Something is legal. Okay? It's not illegal. It's legal. Something, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You're doing things the right way here. Okay? Somebody wears glasses. Okay, I'm hearing, is it a crime that I still want you? And I want you to want me too. Yeah. I like that. Yeah. Somebody's watching your page. Somebody's going to be sending you a message, the Two of Cups, that you haven't talked to in a while. Okay, like I said, this could also be your mother. So expect communication. You should talk to your mother. I know you haven't talked to this person in a while. Queen of Pentacles, ground yourself. Go a relationship, and if it's not working, if you know you really want to heal a connection with your mother, and you do seek third party intervention and things of that nature, this spiritual guidance, you know, you tried and it just didn't work, you know, you just have to walk away and create healthy boundaries. Okay? And move on with your life and forgive her for who she is, accept her for who she is, and just let it go for you, for your soul, for your happiness. Okay? But yeah, somebody definitely wants to, you know, take you out on a date. Somebody likes you. Check out that message I said, is it more than a crush? Okay, this person could be at a distance from you, but somebody's moving towards you, or something is coming, and I feel like you don't see it though. In your dreams, something about your dream state. You could be dreaming about this person here, okay? With the Hierophant, commitment and wish fulfillment, okay? Wow. And this is what's coming in for you because you have healed your wound. Because you have forgiven your mother and healed your root. Okay? Like, this is just important, not for them, but for you. And if I still have energy to come back on here later, I will come on here later and do a night owl message. But I just want to thank, you know, my guides and your guides for giving me the strength to give this message, okay? For those who need to receive. All right, until next time, stay aligned with Divine Minds.